Hi, everyone. I am here to talk to you today about how to fix the problem with way too many tabs open on your laptop or your desktop. Um, I don't know about you, but I go home at the end of the day and I have several windows with multiple tabs on every single one of them. And it gets frustrating and hard to find what you need. Or worst of all, you're in the middle of a meeting and you have to restart your computer or you have to move from here to there. And all of a sudden, some video starts playing somewhere and you don't even know where to go to shut it off. Uh, so there's a couple of solutions. We're going to talk to you about that today. So you can see I have all these tabs across the top here. And what I'm going to show you is how we can group our tabs together and how you can pin different things so that you can make it a lot easier to be able um, to manage all the digital world that we live in these days. So the first thing I want to show you is a couple of new features within Chrome. And the way that we're going to navigate these is any of these tabs that you have open, if you were to right click on a tab, it's going to give you a drop down menu. And so what I'm going to talk to you about first is going to be having a group of tabs together. And when you group things together, it makes it really easy to go to tabs that belong all together. So let me give you an example of that. So I have a tab group called Photos, and that's because I keep my photos, my Google Photos there. I keep my This Week in Photos from my Google Drive. I keep my book creators so that I can make the books on the photos. And so I have all of these together because I use them all together. And so when I can create a tab group for them, they just belong in this group. And then all of those tabs are housed together and it's all under one little color group here. So I can close them up really easy or I can open them up really easy. And it significantly reduces my stress of having all those tabs have to be open, and yet I can find them really simply because it's super easy. You can also see I have a productivity one here. And the productivity one is all in blue. And you can see that it is open already. And so when I click on these tabs, you're going to see that they're highlighted in blue. And that means that they belong under that particular grouping. And then I have another one over here. And this one isn't highlighted in blue, so it doesn't belong anywhere. And so I can close them out. When I'm ready, I can open them up again. So how do you do this? It's really super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up, let's see, I have several Canvas ones. So I'm going to open up a few different Canvas tabs here. And I have my Sky Valley one and I have my Monroe one. And so I have these tabs all opened up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the tab. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I can add tab to a group. Now, the first time it's going to say create a group, but if you can see here that I have my groups that are already created, or I can create a new group. I'm going to go ahead and create a new group, and I'm going to make this red because red in my mind associates with Canvas, and I am going to actually call this Canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm creating now this group. So now that I have this group, I have a couple of things I can do because you can see the tab here. This is the one that's in here. I can grab the next tab, and if I just drag it over, it drags it right into that group. I can go the other way as well. I can grab and I can drag. And now these all belong part of that tab group. When I click on this, it makes them all collapse. And so now they're all housed underneath here. But when I know I'm looking for something in Canvas, I can just quickly open it and there all the tabs are. Really, it's really super easy. Now, if you have one in here and you're like, I don't need that in my group anymore, you can right click. And when you do that, you can remove that from that particular group. And so now you can see it's no longer part of the group. So when I close it out, that one's going to stay open. So those are tab groups. And the great thing about it is when I go to open a new window, so I'll open a new window, and this would be from any device. So anywhere I'm using Chrome, you're going to be able to see down here, right underneath your address bar, here are all those tab groups ready for you. And so they follow you around. So if you have a particular routine that you set up every morning to get yourself ready to go for the day, whether that be having Alice open, having Canvas open, maybe having some Google Slides open, whatever you use for your day, you could set that up, and that could be, you could label that to help you. And then they're always going to be there, so that then I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm ready for my productivity tab for the day. And whoops, it actually opened it into there. So I'm going to go ahead and open that. It takes me back because I have it opened here. If this was closed here, it would open it on that tab. And there's my productivities for the day. So you can see I have my Canvas in there, I have my Alice in there, I have my IEP online. The things that I use every single day consistently, I'm going to have here. So that is called grouping tabs. And again, then you can just close them all out quickly. I'm going to just get rid of that. And it certainly makes your pages look a lot better. It makes it look a lot cleaner for you when you're browsing around. All right, next, I use my Google Calendar a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my calendar. And I don't really want this to be part of any of my tab groups, but I would like to have it easily accessible because I just need it there every single day right away. And I would like it to not be, 15 tabs away. So if I right click on that, I can pin it. And once I pin that tab, now you'll notice right here on the far left, always on the far left, is where my pinned items go. And so you can see the little calendar icon here. I could do that if I wanted to with my mail. I could click on my mail and I can quickly pin my mail on there. And now you can see I have my mail tab here. So it's pinned, it's always going to be there, and it's always going to be on the far left. So I can always anticipate where to go to find it. So that pins your tabs. So as you can see, it quickly makes things look a little bit more manageable, and it kind of takes away that overwhelming of so many things in here that I don't even know where to begin. All right, and there is two more things I want to show you. So the first one is if you are out, I'm going to go ahead and open a NASA tab, and this happens to me a lot. I go to read an email and someone sends me an article, or I have an article here and I want to read it. I don't have time to read it. And so this tab stays open. And that's honestly how I get so much accumulation of tabs. There are things I don't want to close because I don't want to lose them. I know if I bookmark them, they're going to be gone because I'm never going to go back and find it again. So they do have something called a reading list. So if you right click on that tab, you can scroll down a little bit, add to a reading list. When you add it to your reading list, so it gives you a notification, you can just click open. It's going to open your reading list for you on the right-hand side of your screen. Now, there's a little pin button here. So if you click on this, it takes it away. If you click back over here again, it pins it, and you can see this little icon in the top of your tab. And this will open and close that reading list for you. And so anything that you will say pin to your reading list, now all of a sudden you have access to it with a single click of this little button right here. So you don't have to have 50 tabs open of things waiting for you to come back to. They can all be held kind of behind the curtain, so to say, in your reading list. So it makes it easier to go find that again. All right, and then you can, like I say, you can X out of it, and here it is right here. So you'll be able to click on that. There's your reading list, and open it back up again to find those tabs that you are looking for. All right, one last thing I want to show you, and this is brand new. When you right click on your tab, you are going to see Add Tab to New Split View. I absolutely love this. So now what I can do when I click on this, it opens this up so that my current tab, only my current tab, it will turn into two screens for me. So there are many times, let's say I'm putting photos in my photo book. I want to have my photos on one side. I want to have my photo book on the other side for This Week in Photos, because it's so much easier to see them and then be able to add them into my book rather than looking back and forth between the two different tabs. So split screen view. And then what you'll notice, look over here to the address bar. If you look to the left of it, now you are going to see a new icon up here, and this will this will tell you what you can do. So now you can, if you want separate views, it will close that out. You can close the left side, close the right side. You can reverse the views. So if you want to have them the other way around, and it's just this little icon to the left of your address bar. Love, love, love this feature. And again, if you just want it to be done, you don't want the tabs to go away, you just click on that and then it's gone. And notice that then the icon is gone as well. If for some reason when you click on this and this isn't here, it's so new that you might need to make sure that your browser is updated. So if it isn't, make sure you update your browser, and Josie and I can help you with that if you need to, and that will appear here. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Just some tips on how you can better organize yourself when you're out here digitally on the internet, because I know things can get really crazy really quickly out here, and things just bungle up, and pretty soon you're looking at 5 windows that all look like this, and it's really hard to find what you're looking for. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.